Hi everyone, this is Makini Chayankumar. Today we are going to discuss about R and R Studio, the dynamic duo of data analysis. My teammates are Ramesh Teetala, Ramapsi Krishna, Rudraram, and Aprupa Alagadda, and myself Sharan. So today we are going to discuss about R and R Studio. Well, R is a programming language, free software environment. It is primarily used for statistical computing and graphics. It provides a wide variety of statistical, linear, nonlinear modeling, classical statistical tests, time series analysis, etc. We can do many things with it, like it is also used in research field and, and is highly extensible. R is widely used among statisticians and data miners for developing statistical software and data analysis. It runs on various platforms, includes Windows, Macs, and Linux. Going to next slide. So we are going to discuss about these topics. This is the content. On coming to topic one, it's introduction to R and R Studio. And topic two is navigating the R Studio interface. And topic three is data analysis with the benefits. And topic four is benefits and drawbacks of R and R Studio. And topic five is hands-on activities and demonstrations. So coming to section one, we are going to discuss about R and R Studio, as I have already said about what is a. So now let's discuss about what is RStudio. So RStudio is an integrated development environment where it is like a platform where we can execute our program. It provides a user-friendly interface for writing our code. Debug. We can also do debugging, visualization, and managing projects. RStudio and RStudio offers features like syntax highlighting, code completion, and workspace management, and that is why it is easier for users to work with. It also includes tools for version control, project organization, and the creation of interactive documents. RStudio is available in both open source and commercial versions. So primarily we only use open version because there is not much use with commercial ones. So it is highly popular among data scientists, statisticians, and analysis for its ease of use and powerful features. So we have discussed about what is on, and let's discuss about what is definition and origins. So R is a powerful statistical programming language. So I have said already about this. R is a powerful programming language used for data handling. So it is also used in machine learning. So its origin and implementation is of the S language. R has evolved into a versatile tool used by statisticians and data scientists worldwide. So coming to slide two. So R and R Studio are open source advantage. So it can be used anyway. So it is not a pay and use. So it can be used freely. As an open source platform, R benefits from a vast community of contributors. So many people are contributing for R so that everyone can use it. Who develop and share packages, making a wide array of statistical techniques and graphical methods readily accessible to users.
Hello everyone. Hope you have understood something about R and R Studio. What is R? What is R Studio? And how to download and install R and R Studio. And let us go something next to it. And what is the R basics? First, coming to that, first let us discuss about the coding standards. Each and every programming language having its own coding standards. By following this coding standards, we can improve the readability of the code. So it is always good to use the text file and the editor. And indentation of code is also very important so that we do not get any confusion while reading the code. And always maintaining some spaces, tabs. This all improves our readability and limit the width of the code. That let the length of the line be of 8 characters so that it increases the readability. Using the spaces, braces, comments, respectively, and the file organization, all these using all these, we can improve the coding standards. And coming to the environment of R. See, this is the R Studio, and this is how the R Studio looks. We have totally 4 panes in our R Studio. Coming to the first pane, it is the source pane where we write our source code. Next is a console pane where it gives the output of the code which we execute. And coming to the environment pane, it gives the values we assign to the variables and all the details here. And coming to the plot pane, it shows the graphical representation of the plots which we get from the source code. Now, for example, let us take a equal to 10 and let us print a. And we have some of the have to run the code here. So if we click on this run, this run works line by line. That is, it executes the code line by line. So if the let us keep our cursor here and now click on run, it runs the first line, and then you click on run again, it gives the printed value of a. In the same way, let us take b equal to 20 and print b. Now our cursor is here, and click on run, the cursor moves to the next line, and if you click on run again, and it gives the printed value, it prints the value of b. This run works line by line execution. And coming to the next option, it is rerun the previous code. That means if you click on this, it runs the code which has executed right away. So what is executed? It's printing the value of b has executed. So if you click on run, it goes on prints the it reruns the code which is run now. And the next option is the source. Coming to the source, we have two options here. Source and source with echo. Source means if we click on source, it runs the whole program and it gives the output, the print, the values. And if we click on the source with echo, yeah, let us click on source with echo. This source with echo, it executes each and every line in the program, like value a equal to 10 and printing the value, b equal to 10 and printing the value. And this is how the source and source with echo work. And here in the environment pane, it is showing the value of a and the value of b. And let us check, let us update the value of a again and then run. See, the value is updated to 100. And let us see something like plot. Let us plot 100, 200. And then again, you run the code. Then let us run it with source and see. Plot. It has plotted the value 100, 200, and here it shows the graphical representation. This is how our RStudio work. And to save the program, we use .r command. Sample.r. .r is a very is the thing we use to save the R program. And now next let us go back to our PPT, and now let us discuss about the keywords. Yeah, keywords are nothing but the reserved words which are defined for a specific functionality. For example, let us take functions if, else, for, while, repeat, break. All these come under the keywords. And keywords, as they have their own functionality, we cannot use these keywords for the variables and all other things. And then coming to the variables, variables are the memory allocation to store the data. Variable is nothing but it's a memory allocation to store the data. As we use these variables in all the programming languages, the definition would be the same. So we'll have some of the rules while naming the variable. Like it should not match with the keywords. Variables should not match with the keywords, and it can have alphanumeric. It can start with a dot or an underscore, and it can start with alphabets, and it is case sensitive. And in variables, we assign variables in 3 ways. That is, let us see here, we assign the variables in 3 ways. That is using equal to, a equal to 10. Equal to symbol is used for assigning a variable. A left assign 10. So the symbol we use, and 10, right, assign A. So here A equal to 10, equal to symbol we are using. And we are assigning 10 value to A. And here 10 value in this right assign, we are using 10 value. We are giving 10 to the variable A. These are the three ways we assign values to a variable. And then again, going back to our slide, we have discussed about the variables, and let us discuss about the data types. Here, coming to data types, as every programming language have different data types. Here, R programming, it is a dynamic type language. So we can dynamically allocate the values in this R programming. So some of the data types we have like numeric. We have numeric. Yes, sorry. And integer and complex, character, char data type, and logical. We call it as logical or Boolean. Numeric means it is nothing but the decimals, numbers, all these come under the numeric data type. For example, A equal to 10. It comes under the numeric. A equal to 1.2. This also come under, the decimal numbers also come under the numeric data type. Whereas coming to the integer, it is a whole numbers. For example, A equal to 10. But you might have a doubt like what is the difference for numeric and the integer, as the both take numbers. Here in this, we use a letter called L to differentiate between the numeric and the integer. Integer data type, numeric and the integer data type. So where what is the main difference is, if A equal to 10, then that comes under numeric, and if A equal to 10L, then it is a integer data type. Complex, as we already know, all the complex number have a real and a imaginary value. And so that is, let us take A equal to 3i, where A2 is a real number and I is the imaginary value we use. Character. Here, character means all the keys in the keyboard comes under the character or the string. So if A equal to 10, if we give anything in double quotes or single quotes, codes, then it comes under the character or the string data, that comes under the character data types. We call them as strings. Logical, as we already know, logical or the Boolean, that comes under true or false. These two are the logical operators or the Boolean operators. These are the data types we use in our programming. And then coming back to the slide, what are the data structures? And data structures, we will discuss about the built-in data structures, and we have some of the data structures like vector comes under the built-in data structure. Vector comes under the built-in data structure. Vector, it is a single dimension and it is a collection of homogeneous data. That is, it is having the same type of data. And the second is the list. List is also a single type of single dimension, but it is a collection of heterogeneous data. That means it can have different types of elements in it. So let us have some example for vector and list. So let us see. We use a brush here to clear our data so that we will not get any confusion. So let us see. V equal to vector equal to variable element of, let us take some elements, 10, 20, 30, 30, 40, 50, and 50. Okay, let us take and let us print it. Print V. Run. See, it is printing all the values, and all the values are of a same data type. For example, if we give like a 4.5 and then you submit, and here it taking all the floating point numbers, floating variables, as we used one of the floating number here. This is how this is a syntax for vector. And let us take an example for list. L equal to, we use a list function. List will take same data. And now let us print the list. Print L. Submit. See, it is also printing the data. And even here in the list, if we take some floating point number like, and if you run the code, the remaining data elements will be the same, and the last element, it is a floating element, and it accepts the heterogeneous and all the different data types. This is a difference for list and vector. And now going back to the slide, what are the data frames we use here? Data frame, data frame is nothing but a representation of data in tabular form. Okay, by using this data frame, we represent the data in the tabular format, and it is a collection of vectors. For this, we have to use a function called data dot frame function. Let us have some example so that it would be clear. Let us go to the RStudio and have some example. Let us take a student number equal to some 123, 124, 125. And let us take a student name equal to vector of, as name is a string, we should keep it in double quotes. A, comma, B, comma, sorry. And something like percentage, student percent equal to vector of 98, 34, 68. And let us print. First, we have to define it. So df equal to, we have to use data dot frame function. And now you give s number, comma, s name, comma, s percent. And then print the df. See, it is representing in the tabular format. This is how our data framework, our data dot frame function is used to represent the data in a tabular format. And now in this data frame, let us discuss about the arrays and vectors. Okay, array, it is, as we all know, array is an n-dimensional. It is an n-dimensional, and here will give us some order of order like number of rows and number of columns in array, and we have to use array functions in array. we will use a function called array in arrays. So let us take one example for arrays. So a equal to, we have to use array function as discussed. Array of, let us take some vectors, 10 comma 20, 30 comma 40, 50 comma and 60, and we have to give the dimension for an array. So TIM dimension equal to, it takes the number of rows and the number of columns. So that is represented in vector C of 2 comma 3, and the number of, and it is the number of rows, columns, and one. And let us print array, sorry, and let us run. See, it is giving a single array, and here we are representing number of arrays. It is number of rows, number of columns, and number of arrays. Here we gave a 1, so it represented in one array. Now this is a syntax for array in R programming. And coming to the matrix will represent a matrix in the form of rows and columns, as we already know. And here we will be in matrix. Let us go generally. Let us discuss first about one example, so that m equal to matrix function we have to use for the matrix. That is, let us take the same data above. Okay. And here, coming to the syntax, we have to use matrix function. And here in matrix, we will represent the number of rows we are using, number of columns we are using. So here, let us give n row equal to 3, comma, and column. Here by default, it will take the column wise instead column wise. If we need it in a row wise, here the it will be represented in a column wise. See, here it is represented column wise, 1 by 3, 3 by 2 matrix. So if we want it in a column wise, we have to use by row equal to true, so that we will get the code in row wise. See, run. See, here we got it in for not making confusion. Let us remove this and let us run. Okay, this is giving the above, so it's making a bit confused. So, yeah. Okay, here again and run. Yeah, it is here. And if we use that by row operator, by row equal to true and run, it will give.
Hi, this is Ramesh Siddala. Now I am going to explain our section 3, this data analysis with R. Data analysis with R can be done by using the statistical analysis capabilities, which is both descriptive analysis as well as inferential statistics. Moreover, we can also discuss with advanced statistical modeling, where coming to the descriptive and inferential statistics, which deals with actual both descriptive and inferential statistics. offering functions for summary statistics, hypothesis, and confidence intervals, among others. Whereas coming to the advanced statistic modeling, users can perform complex statistic modeling in R, including their linear and nonlinear modeling. Coming to the linear modeling, which is like in a single way, whereas non-linear will be more deals with the different types of inputs as well as time series analysis, etc. Next slide is deals with the creative visualization. We can by using the R programming, we can use both graphical functions in R programming, which deals with R-based graphical system and additional packages, which are namely ggplot to provide which provides extensive capabilities for creating static and interactive visualization to illustrate data patterns and relationships. Coming to the customization and publication, plotting function allow for a high levels of customization, which enabling users to tailor visualization for specific audience and prepare graphics for public presentation. I would like to explain about operators in first. There are different types of operators in detail. I would like to explain in detail. There are arithmetic operator, relational operator. Arithmetic operator is a relational operator, assignment operator. Assignment operator, logical operator, miscellaneous operator. Coming to the arithmetic operator, here arithmetic operator involves operands which are needed to be added like plus, minus, divided by, and a remainder modulo operator like this. Relation operator is used to tell the relation between the two operands, and moreover, coming to the assignment operator is used for assigning the value to a variable. Coming to the logical operator, it comes with and, or, and, not. Logical and means if both the statements are true, the output is true. Or means if any of the statement is true, the output is true. And coming to the not statement, if the statement is true and A or B, if A is true, then B is false. B is true, then A is false. Like vice versa. Coming to the miscellaneous operator, the miscellaneous operator which deals with different types of symbols which are used tell the range and searching of the operations in the like R programming. Star which modulo which deals with the product of the matrices which are used to be done in the with the help of the R programming with its own transpose and sum of products in a vector. Like example is that what one. And coming to the next topic is about operators is done with today. And coming to the next topic, which is input and output functions. Like there are two types of input and output functions. Coming to the input function, output input functions are two types. They are input functions are classified into two types. There are read line, which is used to read input from the user, and second one is scan function. readline function which always reads the character data type. Like if the user is gives the input as like a character which is a b, it can be like 25 or 25, it can be converted into like our own data, user defined data, by using the as dot integer, as dot float, as dot like character, like that. Whereas the scan will, then it's coming to the syntax. Variable underscore name is equals to read lines. And there are two types of syntaxes. As of now, like the syntax is enough. And variable underscore name, which is equals to or read line of, we can give the prompt where the user can enter the value. Scan function, coming to the scan function, which can use it to read the multiple values. Read multiple elements, and it forms vector. These are about the input and output functions. And coming to the next topic, which is like conditional statements. Conditional statements. These conditional statements are of different types. They are namely like control structure. There are of four types. First one, if. First one is control structure. Sorry. Second one is conditional, and third one is iterative. And the flow of control, which is nothing but like a iterate sequential. Coming to the conditional control, we have to write the condition with a relation null operator. We are comparing like values of two operands or two or more operands by using the conditional statement. Then the results which is able to be the true or false. Then the boolean results will become in this. And next, coming to the next part, which is like conditional statements are of different types. There are, if. Second one, sorry, if else. Third one, else if ladder. And coming to the fourth one, which is like nested if. Coming to this statement, like if the statement is true, the condition will be executed. If the statement is false, the condition will not be executed. Coming to the if else, if the statement is true, if the condition, sorry, not statement. If the condition is true, the statement will be executed in if else. If the statement is false, the else block will be executed. Coming to the else if ladder, like if the statement is true, the condition is executed, and like if else if statement is executed, then else is executed. And nested if is nothing but condition within the condition will come in the nested if. And there is one more, in the if else statement, like the syntax is quite different from the programming language, which is like if condition, the condition is true, the condition is true, statement which is in the if statement will be executed, else what is this here is the main important everyone need to notice, which is else should be placed after the curly braces. That is what I am going to say here. Else the else blocks will be executed. This is the main difference in the if else statement which is to be noticed. And coming to the for loop, next is which is used in order to like it is a iterative statement which is in order to one or two more times, or like three times, four times, it will be executed by using the for loop. And same set of instructions will be executed multiple times by using the for loop. Every time the instructions are be executed like two or more times. Like if one instruction may be executed, it is one time. Like 10 instructions will be executed for the same time. It is 10 iterative times. Iteration every, like for loop, it will be like calculated as to like for can be divided into two types. The first one is sequential, and second one is by using the like list matrix vector. There are different types of syntax for the form. Uh, Coming to the syntax for open parenthesis, use the value, use an operator called in. It is a membership operator. Sequence, use the sequence. Here we need to write the statements within the curly braces. This is the one way of implementing the for loop. Here the sequence can be written as an example 1, 2, 5. This value, if available in this equation, it will be executed into 5 times. And next, coming to the list matrix and list matrix and sequence vector. And coming to the next topic, which is like Switch. We already know that switch is a statement which is used for executing, like for executing multiple different types of conversations. For example, switch switch off like I'll explain a condition like a greater than b. If the a greater than b and this statement which is in the like curly braces will be executed. If the statement is false, we can give another example system a greater than c. The statement which is in the a greater than c will be executed. This is the importance of each where we can give the like values a is equals to read lines of like enter a value, and we is which is used to take the value from the user, and it can be displayed in the console. And this is my overall explanation. Thank you. Have a good one.
Hi, this is Ramvamshi. I'm talking about the section 4. It's regarding benefits and drawbacks of R&R Studio. So the next slide. Advantages of using R&R Studio. R&R Studio are like dynamic duo for anyone working with data. Think of R as a powerhouse that gives the numbers, runs, analyzes, and creates stunning visuals. It's like having a super smart assistant who know all the tricks for statics analysis. R Studio, on the other hand, it's like a cozy workspace which especially for or it helps you to write organize your code, makes it easier to understand and manage place. Also it comes with the handy tools like autocomplete and error checking to keep you on track. So here I'm talking about comprehensive statics analysis. It's like a R's extensive range of statistical functions which make it a powerful tool for broad spectrum of analysis from basic to advanced. Together, R and R Studio make difference with so the data analysis is a breeze. So it need to be visualized your findings. Okay, what's not? It's just about talking about vibrant community and resources. The active community around the R and R Studio provides continuous support, development, and many learning materials for users at all levels. So the next slide is about R Studio's user-friendly features. R Studio is like helpful friendly for coding in R. It predicts what you are going to type with autocomplete and makes your code easier to read and color coding. The plots plane shows your graphs right beside your code, so you don't have to switch between the windows. Integrator like help explains like things like a tutor and version control. There's many type of packages. Integrator help things managing extra tools is an easy as picking tools from toolbox. So coming to enhanced productivity, RStudio features like code completion, project management, debugging tools significantly enhance productivity and reduce the learning curve for new users. It's like picking tools from toolbox. With RStudio simple features, coding becomes smoother and more enjoyable. It's like integrated with other tools also. RStudio's ability to integrate with the databases, version control systems, and other software extends its utilities and facilitates complex data works. Over the next slide, we face many type of challenges in R&R Studio, not only R&R, but we're facing different type of tools. So coming to the R&R Studio, Using R&R Studio for data analysis can present several challenges, particularly for beginners, learners, or syntax and language can feel and the vast array of packages available for specific tasks requiring careful selections and understanding. Especially debugging errors in code can be a solving a puzzle, demanding patience, attention to detail. Managing large data sets can strain R's memories, limits and processing capabilities. Like learning curve, while RStudio simplifies many aspects of using R, the language itself can have a steep learning curve for those new to programming or statics analysis. With the absence of proper tools, risking confusion and data loss for the it's like performance considerations. We have to maintain that. R may not be the most efficient tool for handling extremely large data sets for high performance computing tasks without additional optimization or tools. Over to the next slide, overcoming drawbacks. While talking about these, we have to find out like addressing performance issues. Techniques such as vectorization, parallel processing, the use of more efficient data structures can help mitigate our performance limitations. Coming to like leverages community support, users can easily contact with the community support of our overcoming challenges by engaging with the community, participating in forums, utilizing the vast array of tutorials and guides available. Coming to applications of R programming, here's the applications of R programming. Not only this, there's many more, and here's a basic one like a statistical analysis, data visualizations, machine learning, or bioinformatics, finance and economics, and healthcare. Yeah, that's it.